that the government comes to the negotiating table with a counter-offer, negotiate, sign, and implement the 2017-2021 CBA so that lecturers can go back to strike. I want to tell OWASU officials, wherever they are, that during the pendency of the strike, you should not engage, you should not meet any councils, university managements until further notice. The lecturers in Kenya are now under the management of OWASU. The strike is on.
So if the lecturers are going to play cat and mouse game with us, we pay school fees, we don't want to marry when we are in campus, and we don't want to grow gray hair when we are in campus as well. We will soon deal with them. They should get that warning, because if they are striking, if why they were employed is to strike, then we will also organize for a strike on one day to chase them back to class. Because we want to be in class either way.
Yes, very true.
Last year, we went to class for only 3 months.
Can you imagine?
Because of petty lecturer strike.
Kenya is today marking 10 years since the National Peace Accord was signed. Analysts say the agreement has seen several successes, including the promulgation of the new constitution. But some of what the accord would envisaged is yet to be achieved, as our Rita Tinina now tells us.
It was one of Kenya's darkest moments, post-election violence, following the disputed December 2007 elections, which left at least 1,300 people dead and thousands displaced from their homes. Hope for the country came with the signing of a national accord on the 28th of February 2008. The agreement, brokered by the African Union's panel of eminent African personalities led by Kofi Annan, saw Mwai Kibaki and Raila Odinga enter into a power-sharing deal, which alongside other agreements shaped the recovery path for the country. Action to stop the violence, address the humanitarian crisis, and promote reconciliation necessitated immediate action. But to date, the country is still grappling with some of what came to be known as Agenda 4 items for constitutional, institutional, electoral, and legal reforms.
The international community came in 2007 and was a source of very positive pressure on the country and enabled the mediation to go to be agreed upon to begin with, and to stay on course.
The Justice Philip Waki Commission of Inquiry into Post-Election Violence and Johan Kriegler Independent Review Commission on the country's electoral system were formed and carried out their mandate.
Waki is the one that led the country down the ICC path. Kriegler is the one that led the country down the path of reforming the IBC. So we had success in the fact that the ECK was abolished.
Then Zamba Kitonga-led Committee of Experts on the Constitution too carried out its mandate. A new constitution was promulgated in the year 2010. But despite the successes, Kenya is still shaking from the very issues that drove people to kill each other in 2007. In fact, the latest general election in 2017 has left Kenyans divided right down the middle.
The lack of confidence in the arrangements for managing elections is exactly the same as was the case in 2007.
The Electoral Commission therefore declares Honorable Mwai Kibaki.
The Samuel Kivuitu Electoral Commission of Kenya was disbanded in 2008 and replaced with the Interim Independent Electoral Commission of Kenya before the IEBC was formed. But just like in 2007, there have been fresh demands for electoral reforms.
Chaguzi itafanywa kulingana na masharti ile ambayo NASA imeweka. Inaitwa the irreducible minimum conditions.
The country, analysts argue, is far from achieving national cohesion, even with the formation of the National Cohesion and Integration Commission.
The country is very, very openly polarized along ethnic lines. There's a clear mouthing of ethnic positions from every quarter of the political divide.
The Francis Ole Kaparo-led NCIC has been talking tough, But the intricate mix between Kenya's tribal relations and political power has made it nearly impossible to reconcile communities and prosecute hate mongers.
It is not right to keep on blaming NCIC. The disease is not the NCIC. The disease is politicians.
With political uncertainty and a polarized country, analysts say dialogue between the government and the opposition may be a starting point. The opposition has been calling for dialogue, which the government has ruled out. And with no clear roadmap, fully achieving what was envisaged in the National Accord may still be a long shot. Rita Tinina, KTN News.
This is KTN Prime.